if we work together, parents, teachers and students, it has a huge impact on the overall GCSE results that students are able to get. And one of the key tools we use to do this is Quizlet. Now, when students log on to Quizlet, they won't have a symbol that says Quizlet Plus, but the teachers all pay for Quizlet Plus, and if the students join our classes, they automatically get the same features of Quizlet Plus. Now, the number one way you at home can help us with Quizlet is essentially the same way that you would have helped your son or daughter when they were in primary school, doing spellings and reading together and that sort of thing. I'm going to show you what I mean by going into one of my classes. And if I go into Whitechapel Quizlet, the first Quizlet at the start of Year 10, the easiest thing for you to do, you could get this on your iPad or whatever, and you can click flashcards and you can go through it and you can ask them questions from the flashcards. But perhaps the easiest thing, if you've got a printer, would be to go to print and to take the flashcards like this, and you can say, right, okay, can you name a problem beginning with A that was a massive problem in Whitechapel? And your child hopefully will be able to say alcoholism was a big problem in Whitechapel at the time. This is all key information. What the teachers have done is we've gone through the specification, used our experience, looked at all the past papers and decided what would be really, really useful for them to know. And we've tried to limit it. So we really need the students to do their best to memorize these 36 pieces of information on this topic. Now, that's the old-fashioned easy way to do. Actually, it can be so incredibly powerful if you simply just print this off and go through it with the students. Or don't print it off. As I say, you can use the flashcard straight on there. But the students do have other options. Quizlet Learn is incredibly useful. It basically gives you the questions. It just keeps on giving you the questions until you know the right answer. It starts multiple choice. I'll show you. It starts multiple choice, and then it starts to take multiple choice away, and you have to type in the answer. So name a headline of a made-up story. So this is something where we think the media at the time really got in the way of the investigation, and they used to create fake stories which would generate sales, and it got in the way of the investigation. So we've included an example that students could drop into their exam. So the answer is interview with the man who spoke to the murderer. Nobody knew who Jack the Ripper was, so that's impossible. But click that, it says brilliant work, and it moves on to another. If I got it wrong, like that, it will ask me that question again shortly. And when I've finished working out what the real answer is, oh yeah, it's that, and I click continue, it moves on to the next question. So Quizlet Learn is fantastic. If you go through Quizlet Learn all the way to the end, you will definitely have learned a lot of the terms here. There's also now artificial intelligence. So once you think, okay, I've learnt it, I've learnt off by heart some of the things, but I really want to sort of deepen my knowledge, the grade 7, 8, 9 superstars, the people who are really striving to do their best, they want to try QChat. It's a fantastic tool. And you can say, apply my knowledge. And it starts to, because this is artificial intelligence, it takes the information from within the Quizlet and it sort of asks further questions. And you can ask for a hint, you can say, I don't actually know the answer, or you can try to have a go at answering the question that it says there. So it's an incredible tool. What we will do in class is we will do little tests, little subject knowledge tests. We will ask these questions. So the students will come into class, displayed on the board. We might have, this is an option, not all teachers do the same thing, but just, it's the wrong way around, just a minute. So displayed on the board, we will have this, and then we can click shuffle. We go, okay, what was the death rate for the Peabody estate before it was rebuilt? And students would have to know it's how many and how many people, 50 in 1,000 people. Brilliant little statistic to get in the exam, showing how terrible living conditions were on the Peabody estate in Whitechapel before they rebuilt it. That 50 in 1,000 people a year died in the Peabody estate. So there we go, a little show around Quizlet, hopefully so you can know what's going on. And yeah, we'll do this as a homework quite a lot over the time that your student is with us, and hopefully they will memorise all of these things from the different Quizlets.